When someone asks you if you enjoy games, the majority of the time they're referring to you playing games. But that's not the only way to enjoy games. In this video, we'll be looking at I know that sounds kind of silly, but really it's more than just thinking about games. Obviously, it can be as simple as just thinking about a game that brings you enjoyment, but most of what I mean by thinking is more involved than that. When you have a limited time to play games, the time you spend is very precious. Thinking about games can expand the time that you enjoy games. You'll be really looking forward to the next time you get to play, and that brings you more and more joy as your time to play draws closer. Also, you can go more in depth than just thinking about playing. You can think of some goals you can work towards during your next play session. Planning like this can make the game more present in your mind, which naturally, the more time you anticipate playing a game you love, your enjoyment of said game will increase. Not only this, but the fact that you have a plan to work on the next time you play will make you more intentional with your time spent in the game, and in the majority of cases, maximize the enjoyment you get from playing the game. This isn't for everyone, but I find this helps me enjoy games more. And even though it is technically about your playing, I still count this as something outside of the game. Probably the most simple thing to do, but actually one of the most powerful. This is mostly due to the way that humans are built. When sharing something that brought us happiness, whether that be hobbies, passions, or individual events, this has many benefits. First off, it acts as a way to relive the happiness you felt in the moment that you are talking about. The act of sharing something with others can also trigger a release of oxytocin, which can help to reduce stress, anxiety, and boost overall mental well-being. And sharing joys naturally comes with many social benefits as well. It can deepen connections and allow the people you're sharing with to understand you better. It can also be validating when the person you are sharing the story with responds positively. Sharing your experiences, even with strangers, and even online, can help you feel more connected with others and not alone in your joy. There are plenty of places to discuss your favorite things online, but I would recommend, if possible, try talking about these things in person, as it makes things feel more personal and human. But whatever works for you, just get out there and talk about the things you enjoy. This is very similar to what we just went over, but with an added element of creativity. Let's start with the less complex side of this: consuming content. Consuming content provides you with a way to see how others enjoy the things you also enjoy. You can also learn new things about games, whether that be secrets or really good strategies to provide you with powerful benefits. Content like YouTube videos also provide a place to discuss specific topics relating to the video with like-minded individuals in the comments. Creating content is a fantastic way of enjoying games. Heck, I'm doing it right now while writing this script. You get to talk about whatever specifics you want, share the joys it brought you, and get your points across in whatever way you envision. And no matter how niche your game may be, there is an audience out there that would enjoy the video and eventually find it. But even if you're not getting comments talking about it, just the fact that you know people have watched and listened to your perspective is a pretty cool feeling. Honestly, I would recommend that if you are really passionate about a game or games as a whole, or really anything, try putting some content out there. It doesn't have to be something super intensive like streaming lots or creating YouTube videos. It can if you want it to be, but it can also be something on a smaller scale, like an Instagram page. People aren't as whimsical or creative as they used to be, so get out there and be creative. This is probably the most removed from actually playing a game while still enjoying it you can get. Making something tangible is very rewarding and a great way to showcase your interests. Some ways I do this myself include building Lego sets from games. This can be hard because there are very limited selections of games that have sets based on them, but for Nintendo it is actually quite good. Another big thing that I am getting back into is perler beads. It's almost a meditative activity, because you can be creating something you love, but without putting too much active thought into it, because in the majority of cases, you can find patterns online. So this is a nice, passively creative activity. Other things include drawing characters or scenes or items from your favorite games in either your own style or the game's style. And similarly, you can write scenarios based on your favorite games. There are naturally nearly an infinite amount of creative possibilities. It's up to you to find something you want to do. And a key thing to remember is that whatever you create doesn't have to be perfect. It's a way for you to express yourself and your hobbies. Just get out there and create something. It is really cool to have something that you can touch from a game you cherish so much, and add to the fact that you made it with your own hands adds to the magic. So please, find ways to enjoy games other than just playing, and get creative with it. This is similar to consuming content related to games, but it goes much deeper than that. Looking into how games are made, listening to soundtracks, looking at concept art, and watching developer interviews can really give you insight into the games you love. Doing this is also a really good way of seeing video games as the art form that they are. It's no different than looking at behind the scenes and listening to director's commentary of a movie you love, or reading the history behind an amazing painting. People often lose sight of the fact that games are a form of art, and if done well, a pretty incredible one at that. It's at this point you may be wondering why you need to have ways to enjoy games that aren't just playing. To be clear, you don't need to. I would just recommend it. This is for a variety of reasons, the biggest being that it can help prevent burnout. If you do something related to a game you like, you can scratch the itch of experiencing the game, just in a different way than you usually would. Also, when life gets busy, it can sometimes feel like you're disconnected from this hobby that you cherish. This can result in feeling guilty you're not playing, even if you have actual pressing things that need to be done. Enjoying games outside of playing helps kill these two birds with one stone. If you do feel guilt about not playing, it can reduce this feeling or get rid of this feeling entirely. And even if you don't feel guilt for not playing, it can still help you stay connected to your hobby, even when time to play is hard to come by. Do you have ways that you enjoy games outside of playing them? If so, what are they? Let me know in the comments down below. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, please consider leaving a like and subscribing if you haven't already, as it helps out the channel a ton. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and good gaming to you all.